what's going on everybody? My name is Chad. This week, you might be wondering what part of my house this is. Well, this is the old YouTube wall. I am packing everything up. Decided I'd start with this because it's probably the biggest section of wall that has stuff on it, and then I'm just kind of making my way through stuff. So, in case you're wondering where I'm at the same place I always am, just slightly more depressing and plain. Obviously, this is the Fluent in Under 1 Year series. However, this was a very uneventful series because I did not study at all this week. It was Alex's last week, and so I promised myself that I would have fun and focus on her for a week because I spend hours a day studying, and it's only now that you realize how much time you waste with someone you care about when you spend so much time in self-crippling doubt and studying all the time. So I wanted to spend a week and do fun stuff. You know, be like a normal human being for a change. And we did such a ridiculous amount of stuff this week. We went to imagine fondue, but instead of like broth or cheese, it's in the center of the table and it's like hot oil. And all you're doing is basically like tempura frying or whatever type of fry there is. All sorts of vegetables and meats. It's basically all you can eat, and you fry yourself in panko and like buttermilk and all this other delicious stuff. They also had an all-you-can-drink bar, alcoholic and normal, and they had an all-you-can-eat candy bar, so that place was awesome. And it was only like 18 bucks for the both of us to go, so we went there. And the next day we went to, I've been talking about Itoshima forever, and she always wanted to go, so we went out to Itoshima. And I usually go to Dainu because I have friends that have a share house out there, but we kind of did some googling and found like the most beautiful beach we've ever seen, and it's at Shikuka, whatever, forget the name now, but we went out way out there, and it takes like an hour and 10 minutes ish to get out there, and it was the best day ever. I promised myself that day too. I promised that day that, because I always film, I always do random stuff like that. That oil restaurant I told you guys about, I have filmed stuff from a lot of our hanging outs from months ago. I have everything backlogged, but I said no filming today. I just want to spend time with you. And freaking should have filmed because it was the most unbelievable place ever. I wish I had a freaking camera. It is so unbelievably beautiful, and then like literally we were there for 5 minutes. We ran into the ocean, saw starfish, just had a great time. She just got her tattoo, so I threatened to throw her in and she panicked. And then like 5 minutes later, we see this guy kind of beach bumming on the side. And he doesn't look Japanese, and he goes, in Japanese, "Hey, if you guys want, you can come to our shop if you're hungry." And he had like a Spanish accent. So I look, and it's this crazy Hawaiian restaurant that is just gorgeous. Hawaiian, Spanish. It was weird because it was run by 2 Colombian guys who speak fluent Japanese, and English too. And then a Jamaican dude from New York. And we had drinks with the Colombian guys and Jamaican jerk with the Jamaican guy. And let me tell you, I've had a lot of Jamaican jerk. That was the best Jamaican food I've ever had in my life. It was so good. We ate it literally right next to this gorgeous beach. Dying. It's just in this little cool shanty area. And then we ended up going to, we left there and explored kind of this offshore area that had some sea caves that were super rad. And then walked another 10 feet and we were at this really gorgeous like white sand beach, like off a postcard. And we met up with a girl at the station there who's just so nice that we were saying like, yeah, you know, in the city she can't go to onsens because she has a bunch of tattoos. But out here we're hoping we could find one. And the lady's like, oh, I'll drive you to one. I know a place. And actually I think I have a piece of paper from it right here. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Maybe I'll zoom in on it. This is the view you look out when you're at the onsen. So you're in the bath, it looks out at this. So like, that's the bathhouse. It's just unbelievably crazy. I really hope this is in focus. And then you can also get like all sorts, so pretty much the name of the game there is you can stay there if you want, and you can get, this is like $15, you can get these giant sets of delicious fresh food caught right out front of the place. Turns out, I was talking to some locals, the ocean directly in front of that onsen is like the best fishing in Itoshima, so it's just unbelievable, and it's so stupid cheap. I think it costed us like, we could stay in the onsen for as long as we want for like 500 yen. So like $5. It was, oh man, that place was unbelievable. And then we left there, and the people that worked at that onsen got someone who also worked at that onsen to just drive us back to that other weird shop that we were at, so we didn't have to walk. It's not a far walk, it's like 15 minutes. They just didn't want to make us walk. And then we got back there and I realized I forgot my fishing pole, and then another one of those guys, without me asking him to, I was like, oh, can my girlfriend stay here? I gotta go, gotta go out and walk back real quick. It's not very far. I'll grab my stuff. And they wouldn't even let us. They actually sent someone to go get my pole for me. Like, they're just so, oh my gosh, they were just so nice. And it was a lot of good Japanese practice because they spoke kind of like countryside Japanese. It was it wasn't weird, it was just kind of harder to understand. And we finished our day going back to that first beach we were at, and I tried pond fishing a bit with the traditional Japanese miyaku, like long crazy rod. And then we fished a bit in the ocean and lit fireworks like at sunset. And the sunset at that beach is nuts because it sets on the ocean because we're on the west coast of Japan. So my lord, that was an unbelievable day. And then we took a long train ride home, and it was just so freaking fun. So we did so much crazy stuff this week. We got to go to an awesome Mexican restaurant in Tenjin that I never knew about. We got to do just so many good memories, and we made so many memories this last week. Like, literally this last week has been my favorite week I've ever spent in Japan. And I did take you guys on some of it. I chose not to take you on some of the other stuff because I wanted to, again, enjoy my time. But man, it was so amazing. Just be looking forward to some of those videos for sure. And then I had to say goodbye to her at the airport, which was the absolute worst. I don't handle goodbyes very well. So, meh. I'm not telling you guys when I'm leaving, but it's probably gonna happen. I just can't do this anymore. It's so ridiculous. I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but I feel better off on my Japanese journey studying by myself and then, Skyping a teacher or coming out here for, chunks at a time instead of a whole year where I hardly work and have to pay everything up front, So I guess lesson learned. This journey's not ending. Fluent in 1 year isn't ending, and I still plan on taking the N2 in December and probably again in July because I bet I'll fail. I do plan on studying the same amount I do now, 20 hours a week at least. I'm just doing it a different way than what we thought we would at the beginning of this journey. So it'll be cool. I'm also incorporating live streaming because I like it so much, and it seems like you guys like it. Like, I get ridiculous more views on live streams than I do normally, so I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that. I'm moving, so I'm not going to worry about that right now, but live streams will eventually be a thing. Circular. It'll be weekly or bi-weekly or whatever. I'll find some way to do it frequently because I really do enjoy it. So I wanted to end this video on it's happy, but it's a sad note because I spent this last week really wanting to focus on Alex, and so I wanted the video to reflect that. So I'm going to end this saying thank you so much for the best summer of my life, Alex. If you would have said I got to spend a summer in Japan with my best friend and we could do whatever we want, I would have called you a liar or say that you were writing an anime, and I got to live that out. So thank you so much. I hope you have a safe flight home. I'm filming this before. I'm not going to cry on camera because I cry enough. I will be seeing you soon. And so until we get to see each other again, you guys will be handling this. for this week, you guys. Again, there's gonna be changes coming to the channel, not in anything crazy, but just that it's gonna be getting better. The quality's getting better, the shots are getting better, we're gonna diversify. We're gonna be doing all sorts of cool series and collabs starting in the new year. We are gonna be taking this next level. So if you guys wanna be a part of that, be sure to subscribe to this channel to receive all the updates that I do, all the videos that I do. It's free, doesn't charge you anything. If you guys like this video personally, check out my other videos, consider liking them. I'm doing this backwards because I wanna test myself. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments, as always, be sure to put them in the comment section down below because I do answer my comments, although it takes me about a day to get to them. Be patient with me the next 2 weeks because obviously I'm cleaning and moving and packing, but I'll still be here. I'll still be here with you guys, and we're still doing this together. I said at the beginning we're doing this together, and even though stuff gets hard and changes, we are going to finish this race together, I promise. So thank you for your patience, and I will see you on Wednesday.